All right, let's take you back to the story. The DA's leadership in the Western Cape government will today elect a new speaker. This comes after its member, Masizole Mnqasela's party membership was automatically revoked. This followed the provincial speaker's disparaging remarks about the DA during a media briefing. Let's go to eNCA's senior reporter, Ayesha Ismail, who's following this story. She joins us now live from our Cape Town offices. Ayesha, just tell us what circumstances led to the DA finding itself in this position today.
Hello, Masejo. So this has been going on for months now, and initially what happened was that the Speaker of Parliament, who was at the time Masizole Mnqasela, he was suspended from the party, and this was as a result of the party charged him with fraud, and this related to his subsistence, travelling and entertainment budget. And during that process of investigation, the DA also reported this matter to the Hawks. Now, Mnqasela throughout this process maintained his innocence, and he was saying that he at the right time will clear his name. What has since happened though is that the party asked him not to make disparaging comments at his press conferences about the party. They say he then went ahead and did this, and it is for that reason that he then lost his membership of the Democratic Alliance. And of course, having lost his membership of the DA, he obviously could not be the Speaker of Parliament anymore, and a vacancy arose. And it was for that reason that this process unfolded today, with a new Speaker of Parliament being elected. And that Speaker of Parliament is the youngest member of the Democratic Alliance in the legislature. It is the former MEC for Mobility, Dalen Mitchell. But let's listen to what Alan Winde, the Premier of the Western Cape, had to say about how this whole issue arose, while at the same time welcoming the appointment of Dalen Mitchell. And he says he's glad that such a young person is now able to take up this very serious and significant position.
So, I mean, there were questions, and I mean, I was involved in the beginning where whistleblowers brought me some very, very serious allegations. I informed him of those allegations. And I said, if these are true, I would expect you to resign immediately. If you think you're not involved, I would expect you to stand down as Speaker, because you are the executive office of the complaints against you and in your office. So quite frankly, you shouldn't be still remaining in office while this kind of investigation is happening. He didn't do that. But he didn't lose his membership because of the investigation into these allegations. He lost his membership because there was a party political issue where the party had asked him not to say anything against the party in the process, and he called press conferences, etc. So that's the system that the party then said, we warned you not to do it, you will lose your membership, and he lost his membership of the party. So that is outside of this Parliament fight that he needs to have. But inside this Parliament there was a vacancy, and today that vacancy has been filled.
And the official opposition, the ANC, what are they saying about the new Speaker?
Well, I did have an opportunity to speak to Cameron Dugmore, and he welcomed the appointment of Dalen Mitchell, but he did talk about the process that's going to take place in the Western Cape High Court on Thursday. We know now that Masizole Mnqasela has lodged papers in the Cape High Court. He's challenging his removal from the party. He wants his job back as Speaker, and as Cameron Dugmore says, this is very concerning. This is what he said to me earlier today.
Well, I think Dalen Mitchell, who was successful, has the potential to be a fair speaker. We know him as someone who basically takes different views into account, is someone who is helpful and tries to assist. For us, the most important issue is to be fair, and we think that Dalen Mitchell will be that speaker. I think the real difficulty that the legislature now faces is the fact that the former Speaker, Masizole Mnqasela, according to information we have, is going to court. And if he's successful in his application and he is reinstated, we'll have to repeat this process all over again. But we need to protect our constitution, our democracy. We were worried that we had this gap, a vacancy. We moved the motion to elect a new speaker, and we have that. And we will give the new speaker our support. All we want in return is the fair running of the House.
All right, that was eNCA senior reporter Ayesha Ismail.